Welcome back to Gear Auto TV, your go-to channel for honest car reviews, deep dives, and everything in between. Today we've got a fresh arrival out of 2026 Ford Puma A, and we'll be going through every angle, its styling, cabin, driving dynamics, specs, pricing, and whether this crossover truly delivers. Let's dive right in. Ford has reimagined the Puma for 2026 in a bold way, leaning further into the crossover space while pushing new tech, especially in the electric, hybrid domain. Whether you're a gearhead or a daily driver, this one demands a second look. Up front, the 2026 Puma presents a confident face. The grille is more refined, less busy, with sharper horizontal slats and a slim profile. In NEV hybrid versions, the active grille shutters or closed elements add aerodynamic efficiency. LED headlamps are crisp and angular, linked by a subtle LED light bar that gives the front a wide, modern stance. Below, the bumper integrates aggressive air intakes and sculpted contours that hint at performance. A lower skid plate toward diffuser-style element adds some ruggedness without going over the top. The hood has clean, muscular lines that push back toward the A-pillars, giving an impression of motion even when parked. From this angle, the Puma wants to look sporty, not overtly aggressive, but assertive. The lighting signature adds drama, and the face has a composed balance between elegance and tension. Shifting into side view, the proportions are elegant. The roofline sweeps with a slight fastback curve toward the rear, giving the Puma a coupe SUV hybrid silhouette. The wheel arches are pronounced but not overly flared. There's a tension between softness and structure. You'll notice a rising belt line, which tightens toward the rear, helping compress visual mass and give the body a forward-leaning posture. The doors are sculpted with subtle creases for light play and to avoid flat expanses. Side mirrors are aero-optimized, with integrated indicators. In many ways, the profile is where the Puma really nails its identity, sleek and dynamic, not boxy. The challenge in this segment is to stand out without becoming gimmicky, and I'd say Ford passes the test here. At the back, the 2026 Puma closes with confidence. The tail lamps are wide and LED, with the signature lighting bar bridging them for a modern touch. The bumper is robust, with integrated reflectors and a diffuser-style lower section. In electric or hybrid variants, you won't see exhaust outlets. Instead, a clean lower valance gives the back a smoother look. The roof spoiler is subtle, stretching just far enough to balance the rear without overhang. The rear window is fairly steep, helping maintain a cohesive silhouette from side to back. The tailgate geometry is wide and opens high, offering good clearance for loading. From the rear, the Puma feels muscular in a composed way. That lighting bar is a clever touch and adds visual width and presence after dark. The clean lower rear is especially effective on EV models. Interior. Stepping inside, you immediately sense how much Ford has upgraded the interior experience for 2026. Materials are premium, soft surfaces, contrast stitching, and attention to ergonomics. You're greeted by a fully digital instrument cluster, 12.3-inch, and a central touchscreen for infotainment. The infotainment system is Ford's latest sync version, or equivalent, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and high connectivity. Climate controls are clean and intuitive, with physical toggles for quick access. The center console has a good mix of storage, wireless charging pad, and cup holders. Front seats are supportive, with bolstering that's comfortable for longer drives. Rear seats are more spacious than the Puma's predecessor, thanks to an extendable base and smart packaging. Legroom and headroom are competitive for the class, though ceiling slope in the rear does encroach slightly. The cargo area is one of the standout features. Under the floor, you get a clever storage box, sometimes called the Mega Box or Giga Box in EV models, which can be drained, reconfigured, or collapsed. Total cargo volume is generous for the segment, especially with the rear seats folded. In EV versions, there's even a front trunk for additional space. Rear passengers get air vents, USB ports, and decent visibility. It's not a luxury car, but it gives a premium feel higher than many rivals in its class. Performance. In terms of powertrain, the 2026 Puma is offered in multiple variants: internal combustion hybrid, mild hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and full electric, Puma Gen E, versions. The EV variant is especially compelling. It packs a 46.0 kWh battery, usable till 43.6 kWh. Powering a front electric motor with about 123.5 kilowatts, till 165 horsepower, and to work in the 290 Nm range. That setup allows 0-100 km per hour in around 8.0 seconds, top speed till 160 km per hour. The petrol, hybrid versions draw on Ford's proven 1.0-liter turbo 3-cylinder derived tech, with mild hybrid assist in many markets. Outputs span from till 123 horsepower to till 153 horsepower, with the performance street version pushing near 197 horsepower in some territories. Transmission is generally front-wheel drive, paired often with the 6-speed manual or optional automatic in some markets. On the road, the Puma is composed. The EV version is smooth, quiet, and responsive. The instant torque lends it a lively character in city driving. The hybrid, petrol versions offer more flexibility, especially for longer range, but may not match the instantaneous response of the EV version. Steering is decently sharp. Suspension strikes a balance between comfort and control, with minimal body roll. In aggressive cornering, the Puma holds its composure well for the class. Braking is crisp, and braking in EV mode feels natural. Charging for the EV version is competitive. DC fast charging up to 100 kilowatts allows 80% in around 23 minutes. The WLTP combined range sits between 347 and 376 kilometers, and in city conditions it can stretch to 506 to 523 kilometers. For many drivers, that covers daily commutes and weekend errands comfortably before needing to recharge. Let's talk money. In Europe, the Puma starts from about a negation 26,100 for the base titanium trim, and can go up to around a negation 33,300 for the sporty street versions. In the UK, recent pricing shows ranges between £26,580 and £33,920, depending on features. Those numbers reflect a premium compact crossover position, not budget, not luxury, but competitive among the modern electrified small SUVs. In markets outside Europe, pricing and trims will depend on local tax incentives, EV adoption, and import duties. The EV-Gen versions may command a premium, but for many buyers the fuel savings and lower running costs could justify it over time. Incentives, tax credits, and charging infrastructure will play a big role in the math. So what's the verdict on the 2026 Ford Puma? On balance, it's one of the strongest entries in the compact crossover segment in recent years. Its design is confident without being gimmicky. The interior punches above class expectations. The electric version gives a credible and compelling EV option, while the hybrid, petrol variants offer flexibility and broader appeal. There are caveats. Rear headroom in sloped-roof versions can be a bit tight, and in some markets, competition is fierce with rivals offering longer range or larger cabin space. As always, local cost of electricity, infrastructure, and incentives will tip the scale. For Gear Auto TV viewers, if you want a stylish, modern, relatively compact crossover that bridges the world of combustion and electric, the 2026 Puma deserves a serious look. In EV form, it's especially exciting. For those who can make it work, it offers one of the more balanced propositions in its class. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss our upcoming comparisons and first drive episodes. Drop a comment which version of the Puma intrigues you most, EV, hybrid, or sporty street. This is Gear Auto TV. Catch you next ride.